A lot of us realize there's sort of a moment when we know that we're dealing with Alzheimer's as caregivers. And that moment came for me about 10 years ago. My wife was, Trish she's a lovely woman and people really love her a lot. She was changing jobs pretty often, and this was unusual. Of course, I was in my own world trying to sock away as much money as possible. I had a lucrative and difficult position in a sales position, and I just kept saying, hey, things are going to be okay. You just quit changing jobs, you'll be fine. What I didn't realize was that she was having trouble learning. Didn't realize that some of the jobs that she had done really well in the past, and everybody highly recommended her, she just couldn't handle anymore. She was when she got her dream job at Vanderbilt, within a few weeks she was coming home tearful. I just kept saying, hey, let's we'll just get over this hump, we'll be okay. But finally one day it all came crashing down. I came down the stairway quietly because I could hear her downstairs. It sounded like she was turning pages. So I kind of crept downstairs and peeped down there to see what she was reading. And it was clear to me that she had her Bible on her lap. And I looked down at her and I realized I could actually see a tear fall from her eye onto the page. And that was it. That was the moment for me. I went downstairs, sat down next to her, gave her a big hug. She wept, sobbed, and I just said, honey, you're not going to work today, and I'm not going to work today. And she was, oh no, I have to call in, The nurse in her goes deep. So I just said, no, honey, I'm taking care of it. So I called the number, got a hold of them and said, hey, she won't be coming in anymore. She can't handle this. So from that moment on, things got better for Trish and me. I realized that it was my job to try to help her. I was able to keep my job. Trish was of course, really high functioning, so there was no immediate need to do anything. But a few years later, I ended up retiring, and I was glad I did because I could spend more time with her. And now we're to the point now where Trish can't really be left alone anymore because she forgets that I told her where I was going, and she forgets where I am, and she starts really stressing out. And by the time I get back I'll go ride a bike for maybe an hour, and by the time I get back, she's in tears. So no more. We're not doing that anymore. We have a friend that comes over and visits with her for about an hour while I go bike, or I just don't go bike ride at all. But I've really re-emphasized now that Trish and I need to get on the trike, get her on her trike and get our exercise. The other day, here's a little bit of footage. We went over to Radnor Lake, and Trish was so happy. Where are we? You forget?
Yeah.
We're at Radnor Lake.
Radnor Lake.
Yes.
And we haven't seen the lake yet here
today.
Today.
It's on the trail right here.
We're going.
We're on the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all young deer. There's two does and a buck. Two does and a buck. See the buck?
Is the buck right there?
Yeah, the one with the horns.
I see his
horns. So between that and the bike rides, we keep ourselves pretty happy, pretty darn happy. And we try to have people over. I love to cook. And I have a friend, David Weir, who's a Catholic who, like Trish, is a very wonderful man. And he comes over. He has Parkinson's, so I help him come in and I cook. I usually have something for him, tea or scones or something. So Trish and I are having a really fulfilling, good life. There is life after Alzheimer's, and that's why we're doing this. We want to share with you our trials, tribulations, and moments of happiness. So I hope you'll keep watching and tell your friends about this little daily podcast. Thank you.